Warning, listening may result in hurt feelings, blocked stylists, and unbooked clients. Fuck That Formula podcast contains bold opinions, industry confessions, fun, foolishness, and a whole bunch of fuckery. So enjoy the damn show. What's up? What's up? Welcome to Fuck That Formula podcast, the rawest podcast in these internet streets. We're your hosts.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Valerie. And this episode is brought to you by some, what do we call them?
The motherfuckers who always want to police our fine black textured hair.
Okay, so that's who is brought by today. I was like, I don't know how do we word this?
Suckers.
Well, we're going to get into it. So today's we're talking about stop policing black hair.
Right.
Texturism, respectability, and salon shame. So when you think about policing black hair, what comes to mind?
I would think of maybe from a corporate-ish or work aspect as far as maybe the job or admin feeling as though if someone comes in with maybe freeform locks or locks in general or afro, a twist out, us popping our shit with our natural hair.
Yeah.
And taking that as to be not polished, not clean,
not put together, not corporate. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember just as a personal experience, I used to wear my hair really, really big, real big. I used to wear twist out. And my shit was fly. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. My hair was fly. But I remember working at a job. I'm not going to say where, but I remember working at this job. Now, all their customers loved my hair, but they had a problem, the organization. So they had a black lady walk up to me to tell me that I needed to do something with my hair. I needed to tie it up, or she kept saying, do you have like some clips or a ponytail holder or something? My hair doesn't just go in a ponytail. Like our hair just doesn't shoot in a ponytail. And I remember her looking at her, and I said, well, why don't you tell these white girls to put a head rag on as well? Because their little hair is dangling and it's flying in people's food. So after that conversation, no one else said anything to me about my hair, but I just remember sitting there feeling like, why is my hair not acceptable, but all these other people's hair is fine.
Right.
And I just remember, in the last few years, we had a lot of instances where people can't graduate because of the locks. People having to get their locks cut off for competitions and stuff. And it's kind of like, what about our hair offends so many people?
And it's that. And the sad thing is that those who may not be as confident or, that confident in themselves and their hair, and this is my crown, and this is my pride, and this is my culture and how I wear my hair, and it's dope as hell.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's super dope. It's moisturized, it's healthy, and this is my hair. So those who may not be as confident in that may fuck with them internally. Like,
it
makes them feel like something is wrong.
Yeah, it gives a lot of people identity crisis. I mean, I know a lot of people who go through that. Just white couples or another, ethnic group couple that adopt like a black child and stuff. That happens with that as well. Trying to deal with our hair like it's a problem or that it's hard to manage. I just don't understand this not perfect. I don't know. Like, who said that my hair needed to be straight and down my back for my hair to be professional?
Now, what I will say, I have noticed on social media that there are families, Caucasian or other families, who have maybe adopted a black child who has 4C or extremely textured hair, and they don't know how to manage it and deal with it. So they are asking for advice, they are bringing someone in to manage it, to braid it, to do what they giving them tips on what products to use and how to use it kudos to those who
There,
are doing that.
there is one lady, and her daughter tells the story. She's an adult, but or she's maybe late teen, and her mom, who is white, like when I say she learned all the styles. Mama can do sew-ins. Mama can braid now. Mama can do box braid. Mama do stuff that I don't even know how to do. Okay, but the fact that she actually put the effort in and tried. Even the dad was even assisting with like coloring some webs and stuff. But it's just like they took the time to learn it and to appreciate it. And it's just kind of like. And another thing that gets me, because our hair is such a problem to everybody else, then why in the hell does everybody else want to mimic our hairstyle?
Honey.
If locks are so disgusting and just so dirty and unkept, why in the fuck do I always see white people with locks?
Or why have I seen this, whatever this technique is, to where they have this iron that they are like pop, 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 going down, and basically it's making a bunch of zigzags to make the hair more textured.
Like yeah. I mean,
So,
you go to other countries, they are literally over there in some Asian country, they're over there literally texturizing their hair to be in a fro. And I'm sitting there thinking, but y'all shit on our hairstyles. So I have not yet understood why our hair is, first of all, you ought to want to be like us because our fucking hair does everything.
Listen, it does.
Our hair does way more. I don't give a shit if we short, if it's kinky, if it's straight, if it's wavy, however you want to call your hair texture. Our shit does a lot of things that can't nobody else shit do.
Our shit is magical.
It is.
It's magical.
It's a God-given trait that can't nobody else mimic.
And their antennas, and they connect with the sun and God, like all of that.
Yeah.
So I think our duty is to not try to quit fucking trying to understand why they have such an issue. They have an issue, and I'm saying they. We say they because they know who they are. Now, if you are not one of them, disregard. But
or just check the people that you do know.
That you do know who, put them in their place. Let them know where, you know where we stand, or you're at least trying to understand where we stand. We need to quit trying to understand why they have such a fucking issue with our hair.
Yes.
Like, because we don't have an issue with it. If we do have an issue with it, then we go to our stylist.
Yes.
So that they can tame it, so that they can do what needs to be done. Yes. And so we can continue to wear it in our glory.
Yeah, and I think that's what pisses me off when I hear, because I know they criticize our hair, but what also pisses me off is when I hear us criticize our hair.
Oh, that's the worst.
Or when us we don't even, and the funny thing is, it's our term, but we don't even use the term anymore in the salon. The word nappy, that's not even a term that we even use.
Right.
And if you do,
or
bad hair, there's no such thing as good hair, bad hair, nappy hair. Right. It's just, it may be a lot more kinkier or coilier or tighter, however, but it's kind of one of those things like I can't stand when we do it. We already have identity issues with our hair, with other people, and then you come to look like us and shit on my hair.
Yeah.
But you walk around here with a goddamn bust down middle. I just learned that, y'all. Bust down middle part with a 30-inch. I don't do no weave, so I just learned that.
So I think that in tapping off of that, it's the ones who do it that don't even realize that they're doing it.
They don't
even know that you are shitting on your own texture, because up under that 30-inch bust down is the tightest 4C, kinkiest, super tight coils that there ever were. And the saddest part of it is
you ain't even got no edges while you clowning her.
And you don't even know how to thoroughly detangle that shit.
Yeah, while you over here clowning her.
You fucking finger detangling it because it's something that you saw on the internet and you think that shit is cool, bitch. No finger detangling. Wet that shit and brush it. If you're not brushing or combing your hair from the scalp to the root, you're not doing it any justice, and you damn sure ain't detangling it. But you got the nerve to want to clown and down and you know what I'm saying? Because somebody want to wear her fro out, or because she got a 2-strand twist and I took it out and that shit is popping and them it's super juicy and looking exactly how it needs to look, and because your hair, you got this super straight, silked out wig on, which is cool, no problem too. But don't shit on her because her shit is juicified.
Right. Her curls is bouncing. It's
but
whatever
under
it is.
your shit,
is
not
kept at all, unkept.
Unkept.
So there's a difference. I think what people fail to realize especially when it comes to natural hair, being natural doesn't necessarily mean unkept. And I think people have there is a thing where any hair can be unkept. You can be straight and be unkept. You could be natural and be unkept. You can have a relaxer and be unkept. So there's all kinds of ways of being unkept. Sure. I think that, but when it comes to 4C hair, when it comes to afros and curly styles, whatever, because maybe they might not understand, and we don't give a shit if they understand, but they might not understand the significance of this fro. It's combed, it's picked out, it's, or whatever. Even if she's like, I want to go messy today and kind of just do it, whatever. That's her style. But I just don't understand why that is not acceptable. But people can walk around with different color mohawks. People can walk around with I'm just saying, I can just list a different things that a lot of other people do. But for whatever reason, our hair offends everybody. It's like our hair is keeping you from learning some shit. Like you can't do your damn report for the month because my hair is offending. My hair is distracting you.
Yeah, it's distracting you because it's offending you because you are intrigued by it.
Because you always want to pet us and like a little, let me touch this, let me. And I'd be like, bitch, you didn't ask me, can you touch my hair? But they always want to pet on us like we some damn animal.
Right, and that's foul.
But you don't like our hair.
That's foul, it's uncalled for, and it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
I think that once it is known, very well renowned, that is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Then maybe they won't get so offended when they get cussed the fuck out.
Because that's what the fuck is going to happen.
That's what's happening. But you're getting cussed out for petting. Or, oh, can I touch your hair? Or, how did you do that? Which, when we get into that dirty chair confession, it's kind of a prime example of that. Well, how did you? And wow, I'm so in.
I know. I used to work at a predominantly white salon, and I will say the women there, they did respect my clients' hair. They were all fascinated by it because they shampoo and they were like, does that hurt? Because I'm in there really scrubbing, and I'm like, no, I have to shampoo her like that because she hadn't had her hair shampooed in a week or two, versus your client who maybe shampoos every day or every other day. But it was funny. Like they never disrespected my clients, but they definitely were like, oh my gosh, the hair does that.
That's so intriguing.
And then when I would do different things to my hair, it would be like, oh my God, did you just really did you color your hair pink now? Did you just really cut that off? How did you get those braids over there? How did you? And it's like, we are so versatile with our hair and things that we can do, whether we want to rock. You can right now have locks and be like, I want a damn sew-in.
And get that shit.
And get a sew-in on top of some locks. Yeah. I watched the chick the other day. She was going to some festival. She had locks. She said, I'm going to do some Bantu knots on the front. She got a track. She wrapped it around, did her little hair. Then she put a 30-inch ponytail. Matter of fact, it was longer than 30 inches because the shit went all the way down to her ankles. But she had locks. And baby, this hair was swinging and she could do that shit.
That's our creativeness.
Yeah.
That's our motherlandness.
She had like 3 different things going on her head, and I fucked with all of it. Yeah. And I fucked with all of
it. Because we can do that.
Yeah.
And the fact that some others cannot, they're just fascinated, intrigued, and slightly maybe a little envious.
So you think that's why they're offended is because they can't do all the things that we do to our hair.
Yeah, and they may have no idea. Like it may be really unheard of. Like I know, when I worked at the cosmetology school, a lot of Caucasian students and even some of the teachers were just in awe of some of the things that some of our students were doing, or some of the things that we were teaching our students to do as far as styles and how to do. They were just amazed in it. How do you do that? Well, how did you get it to go from this to this? So I'm explaining to them just that. Now, there are some, like how we talked about, some who have black children, and they are learning what to do and all of that. Now there were I did have some coworkers and teachers and a few students who were like, okay, well, let me get up in there. Some were intimidated by our hair. Some was like, no, let me get in there. Well, show me what I need to do. Well, how'd you do this? And so, oh, okay. So I'm going to have to turn the tools up a little higher. Yes, baby. Yes.
I remember being in cosmetology school. It was me and one other lady that were Black students. And I remember us being a predominantly white cosmetology school. And I remember I had to tell them, do not hand me every Black client that comes through here.
Right.
Like, I know our hair, but I just remember having to have one particular, shout out to Miss Gina. We would stay late with her, and she would actually show us, me and the other young lady, actually how to do like pixie stuff, just stuff that they didn't teach in school.
Yeah.
Because like the relaxer part of the class, we tested out of it. I didn't even do the full class on relaxer because I was like, ma'am, I've done this. I've done this. I was in middle school doing this. So yeah, yeah.
It happens more often than not. One of my coworkers, Jess, she actually assisted me because she's a color extraordinaire. So she helped me understand that hair is hair. However, you may need to add a buffer, a moisturizing component to this to get this for this Black clientele.
So I'm glad you said that because I think that's the problem a lot of people don't get. Hair is hair. It may be, the texture of it may be different, but I always look at hair like fabric. Hair is fabric. Fabric comes in all different kinds of textures and feels and colors and lengths.
It absorbs differently.
It absorbs different. It takes oil. It does everything differently. So it's just a fabric. You just have to know what to do with that particular fabric. And I think what's sad is, as a Black stylist, I have been willing and I feel like I've done a great job. I learned other hair. I learned other textures of hair. I've worked with other textures of hair. And I feel like, as for us, we're more willing to work with other textures of hair and embrace other groups of people. And when it comes to the hair, and embracing their culture when it comes to hair, no one wants to embrace ours. Ours looks, I don't know, I guess ours looks too difficult.
The majority doesn't want to embrace
people, not everyone.
Some do.
Yeah, because I've seen some badass this white boy. Baby, his pixie Marcel game be on point. I'd be like, oh.
So there are those, and I love that. I love that for them. I love that for us. Because you're not so much in a box to where you're confined and I don't do this and or scared or intimidated to do it. Because by all means, when you're in this industry, the more you know, the more you grow.
Yeah.
You know?
And if you can diversify your clientele, baby.
Then do that.
Yeah.
Then do that.
Yeah.
Because we're coming out of a lot of like this generation. If you cold with it, they gonna be all right sitting in your chair. Maybe some older clients might not want no white boy, white girl, doing their hair. That's cool too.
But that's also, I think that's like you said, it's a generational thing.
It's a generational thing.
Yeah, that's just a generational thing.
But life keeps going.
Yeah.
Shit keeps, you know what I'm saying? It keeps on rolling. So if you can do that, do that. So that's what I was saying, like in cosmetology school, do all that shit.
Yeah.
Take in all of that shit. Shout out to Miss Jess and all the other educators out there who are willing to learn and work on our textured hair and teach textured hair to the other.
Well, honestly, I really feel like in cosmetology schools right now, they would actually be doing their students more of a service if they did focus. What state is that? Is that California, where textured hair is part of the curriculum?
I don't know, but
I think it's California. But it's kind of like, I know here in Texas, unless you go to a predominantly Black school, you don't really, you know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna get that. It's not
you get it, but it's not like, I put it like this. You get
they
the
breeze
client
over it.
yeah, they breeze like you get as far as the clients come in because at my cosmetology school, baby, all we did was silk presses. That's all they did. But they didn't teach silk presses.
Right.
That was just something most of those students just know how to do.
Right.
They don't teach in my school. They didn't teach me our hair. They taught me hair, which hair is hair,
Right.
but they did not teach the actual like
They
how
teach
to
you how
go
to finesse
how to
our
finesse
hair.
and style and
Because
some
it's a
of the
different.
mousse I can't use that
Right.
mousse, that volumized mousse on your hair
Right.
and use it on. Now some of my black clients who have finer hair, I can use that mousse
Mhm.
on, but that wasn't something they distinguished, with us in school. So I don't know.
Right.
I just feel like I think people would be doing more service if more instructors would learn different textures of hair
To be able to
to
teach the
teach
students,
different textures
even
of
if
hair.
it's not in the curriculum, which it
Should
should be
be.
just as much as in regular school.
Yeah.
African American studies,
Should be in there.
True African
The
American
real
studies,
studies.
yeah, need to be involved. Such should be in cosmetology school.
So do you think that do you think we just need to have we're already trying to segregate. Do you think we just need to have our own schools and have our own courses?
I feel like there are some who are really geared towards that.
Yeah, because
There may be far and few. It may not be a lot. I don't know. Maybe more in more states than what I know of. But I do believe that's what it's probably coming to,
yeah,
more so
we
than
have our own
way
curriculum to
before.
embrace our own
Yeah,
hair.
because and even if you are not of that and you have a majority and you don't have a lot of black students or black instructors, educators, the ones that you do have, like when I was there, even though it was not in the curriculum, we still went in. I need you to know the difference between just a regular flat iron and a silk press.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to know that you need to apply pressure while you're doing that silk press. I need you to know why you're chasing the comb. I need to know why. I need you to know why it's important to put the thermal protectants and a serum on there. What is this do? So if we can, as we're teaching them the regulars, the basics, I'm going to add into it this. So when you come out, you're going to already know it.
Yeah.
You're going to not be intimidated by it, and you're going to be a beast at it.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
I did it a little bit. Give myself some props on that.
Yeah, like I said, I know when I was teaching cosmetology school, I tried to really work with, I also tried to, because, my black students, they knew, but I also tried to work with my non-black students on because they really wanted to learn how to do like silk press and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to show you.
Yes.
Because you want to learn. And some of them girls when I say they were silk pressing better than some of my black students. But no one wanted to really show them how to do it. I'm like, y'all, they're trying to embrace, that's her clientele.
You know what else was an issue too? And this is a form of, policing black hair, but also policing the students in that too.
Yeah.
We have to let the clients know, I'm not just about to assign you to this
black student.
To this black
student.
You
had a lot of those too. Yes, because that's what I'm
like. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna help her. We're gonna get you together.
I will. If you call, I'm not even gonna lie. If you call school I was at and you purposely ask for a black stylist student, I'm gonna purposely put you with somebody else.
Yeah, because I can't, purpose. Ma'am, I cannot and will not guarantee that you're gonna be able to get. Now, if you have a student that you
a set student that you are booked with,
that's
fine.
Cool. That's different. But if you're like, no, I don't want to be put with no white student, or I only want a black girl in my hair. Well, ma'am, I'm not going to guarantee that. That's not going to happen. You want to come in here and get this $22
you go get the goddamn student that's available.
Get the student that's available, absolutely.
But
and I'm going to do my job. But that's crazy too. That's a form of policing in itself and intimidation. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, the intimidation that I've watched some students get really intimidated by stepping in, doing our hair. And it's not because they were scared. I think it was the client intimidated. That they were so nervous about the client and the client's reaction. They couldn't even actually do the hair. So for them, I felt bad for them because I'm like, oh, I hate
Well,
this shit.
I have stepped in before in a very settled and calm way. I put, let the student know, like, please don't be intimidated by this client or
Mm-hmm.
their hair. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know what you're doing, and you're
Mm-hmm.
learning this too, ma'am. Is there an issue that you're
Mm-hmm.
having? Is everything going okay with the
You
service?
were so nice because I ain't gonna tell you how I used to tell them.
We, that's good.
I used to tell my students, this your motherfucking chair. I mean, this your shit. You run all this shit right here. You don't let her come to your chair and dictate how shit is gonna go. Now you listen to her, you do your consultation, you hear her wants, her needs, or whatever, and you do that. But you don't let her run
But you
shit
don't
in
let
this
her.
chair. So that was, and
Y'all
then
see,
yeah,
y'all
I'm
see
totally
how we
different.
do. You know what I'm saying?
Totally different.
You see how we do. She just said the same thing I said. She just really
No,
said the same thing I said.
yeah, but I didn't say it though. And then I would tell the client, I'd be like, and they'll be like, well, look, she know what she doing. You sit here and you let her do your hair.
Yeah.
She know what she doing. Well, ma'am, see, you were really nice. Is there a problem? Man, what is the issue over here? And she is just fine. I'm gonna need you.
There issue over here.
I done got written up before.
Like there's no.
Well, one woman was like, what is your name? This is my name, and my boss is right over there. You can go over there and talk to her because I said what I said. I'm gonna say it again.
It's because that shit is so
Yes.
It's common and but it's uncalled for.
Yeah.
Like, ma'am, come on, go ahead with that shit.
Yeah.
Where else you gonna get a $22 roller set from? You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna talk about schools one day. We're gonna do an episode on schools because schools be pissing me off. The clients, the structure of the school, everything. We're gonna have
a whole other episode on that. Let's get into the dirty chair confession.
Yeah, we're gonna do dirty chair confession.
Because clearly we could go on and on and on.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Let's say Stop Policing Black Hair is what this is based on. And this is from a stylist who's fed up with biasness behind the chair. Bias behind the chair. Okay, so she said, I'm in this multicultural, she quoted, multicultural salon. And I use that term loosely, working as one of two Black stylists on the floor. I've been in the game for years. Silk presses, twist outs, sew ins. She said, okay, I mid silk press on this client, a natural 4C, thick, healthy hair. She's dozing off in a chair, relaxed and all. And here comes the salon owner floating over with the clipboard and microaggression. She peeks over my shoulder and goes, wow, that's a lot of hair. Do you always press it that straight?
Bitch, mind your business.
It's just so much texture. Then whispers, we try to keep a polished, uniform aesthetic in the salon just to maintain brand appearance. Maybe consider something smoother next time. I had to pause because what you're not going to do is speak on my client's 4C hair like it's a problem. My client came in with healthy coils and left with a glass sheen silk press. Because in 2025, we cannot and will not keep acting like Black hair got to shrink to be accepted. No, texture hair is not unprofessional. Afros are not a distraction, and 4C is not a damn problem. It's a flex.
It's definitely a flex.
Like that. Can we get an applause for that?
You gonna get an applause?
Yeah.
Let me find the applause. I don't know where the applause is.
All right.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. That shit is awesome. Because that's real. It's not a problem. It is a flex.
Yeah, it really is. But I think that is my issue with. So I am open to. I'm down for whatever hairstyle you gonna rock that's gonna make you feel beautiful or whatever. Mm-hmm. Whether that's braids, weaves, locks, micro links, whatever that is. Honestly though, but the main problem I have with us consuming so much artificial hair is because I feel like we are shrinking our hair, our look to look the part. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Like I'm cool. Like I'm cool because I'm cool with the switch up. Like I'm cool with if you like today I'm gonna rock this bust down, but tomorrow I'm gonna wear my hair out. I'm cool with the switch up. I think, but when I see so many of us, that are actually losing our hair because we're trying to shrink our hair down to fit into this polished, maintained look is where I have a problem. And I feel like we're losing ourselves.
Yes.
Because we're subconsciously don't even realize we're doing it.
And
we don't even know we're doing
that
it.
Because when you said shrinking our hair down, it's not only shrinking our hair down, it's shrinking ourselves down.
Yeah, you don't even know you're doing it.
Don't even know we're doing it. Before I had my hair locked up, of course I wore crops, pixies, low. I wore all the hairstyles, all the colors and everything. But then it got to a point where I only wore weaves. I only wore sew-ins, quick weaves, or braids. Consistent. Then it got to a point where I said, you know what? While I was teaching at the hair school, I let one of my students comb twist my hair. Comb twist my hair. It was like right above my chin. And that's how I ended up locking my hair. So
there wasn't even planned. You just decided randomly. I'm
like, Michelle. I said, Michelle, you comb twist? I said, you know how to do comb twist? And she said, I think she said she done them on her son before or whatever. And I was like, it's slow, you know what I'm saying? Well, come to shampoo and give me some comb twist. And I don't think I had the envision of letting it lock up.
You like the look of it though.
I just wanted to try it, and I liked the look of it. And
it was your hair. It was free.
My hair. It was free. And I really feel like internally I was kind of going through a shift or a change or something. It didn't even. So she did it, and of course, after a while, it started swelling and all of that. And I was like, damn, I need to get it twisted again. And my daughter was like, you might as well just go to lock it up. And I'm like, lock it up? She's like, yeah. So, okay. So I ended up locking it up. So that in itself was very, that whole transition, it was very life changing. And I'm going somewhere with this because not only now a couple times I did end up putting a cap on it and putting some hair on top of my hair after a while. But it allowed me to embrace me.
Yeah.
I had to learn how to accept the fact that I got a fat face. I have a round face. You know,
I am who I am.
I am who I am. I don't have to have big 16, 18-inch deep wave hair because that was me.
Oh,
you know, I love a good deep wave. So going from that to a little short comb twist and his butt is doing all this in his butt, and I'm like, oh my gosh. My daughter like, I'm just taking a step further. Don't wear no lashes for a while. I'm like, what the blasphemy?
Now look, I don't have to have lashes, but these goddamn nails got to be done. So, I'm sorry.
And I did. This is the longest I've ever went with no nails. So yeah, I've always had that. So I did that for a while, and I'm saying that to say I got to really embrace and know, like, holy, my look, what I look like, and I did that for a while. So once I got used to that, and I was like, okay, this is what it is. I am locking my hair up. Hell no, I'm locking my hair up. Like, okay, this is a journey. It's a sacred journey. And a lot of people don't understand it or realize the meaning of it internally with yourself, you know? So when you're consistently, and here I am, like 6, 7 years later with a hair full of locks. I can't even imagine myself without locks. Maybe one day later on in life, but maybe not. But I say that to say, when you're so used to not seeing yourself for who you truly are. Yeah. You think you may be. Yeah. But if you are consistently covering yourself up with wigs and weaves and just, not embracing. Now, I understand some people may have medical conditions or whatever the case may be, then you may want to, everybody got to do what they got to do. Yeah. So pick up what you can. I mean, if it fits, if it works for you, pick it up. Well, that's the thing. We're not saying that if you have like a medical condition or if you got something going on, I'm not saying again, wear all the wigs and weaves and extensions you want to. But be okay with your natural hair. Be okay with your natural. That's the point. Because what I have experienced is I meet a lot of women that are not okay with their real hair. Right. And I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with this shit, this and this. Okay, well, Well, how about why don't you sit down and learn what to do with it?
Yeah, and I just feel like and because we have it so, I know we came from a relaxer generation. My child is now coming up in a natural generation. So I had a relaxer at 4 because my mama did not know what to do with my head because it was too much hair, and she was like, I don't know what to do.
I relaxed my daughter. She was what, 6?
Yeah, so I've had a relaxer. But I've always I can count on my hand the number of times I've actually like put weaves in. I've always worn my own hair. But I've also always had a lot of hair. But I've also learned how to manage my hair.
That's what it's all
And
about.
that's all. And honestly, when I've gone from like what I have now, I've been shaving my hair off since about 99, 98. I've been shaving my hair off, and honestly, I feel better. You can see all of me.
Right.
This is what you see is what you get. Um, for me, I just don't want to be held back because of my hair. I don't want that to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I already got to deal with my weight and other shit.
Yeah,
The last thing I want to be, I don't need that extra.
I think that's this whole episode. That's what it's all about. Quit fucking judging people for quit judging us for our hair.
Yeah.
Quit judging us for our hair. Whether it's a fade, whether it's bald, whether it's locks.
Oh my gosh! Because I used to get policed with my hair. When women first started, like it became popular in the early 2000s. Everyone assumed that I had changed. I had an alternative lifestyle because I had shaved my hair off, and I was like, y'all, it's just some hair. It's not.
It couldn't.
I'm not
against just because you wanted to.
I'm not against it. I'm not against that lifestyle, but that's not why I shaved my hair off. I shaved my hair because I wanted to. But it's like, but you have people, whether they're us or somebody else, they judge me on my hair being shaved off. When I had locks, when I had big hair, I remember dating a guy, black guy, and he big hair. When I straightened it, he was like, "Oh, I really wish you would straighten your hair more often." To where it's silky. And I'm like, well, you might want to get you another chick because that ain't me. But it's like, long as it's straight and combed how y'all want it to be combed, then that's acceptable. But the first time you let a little curl pop through, or you can't just comb it like right away and let a kink pop through, all of a sudden, oh my God, that is a problem.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Because when are we going to understand and realize that bone straight hair, you have stripped it from all its integrity anyway? When are we going? Let's talk about that.
So, question: do you think? And I'm asking this because have you not noticed you meet a lot of women that are like in these big, huge Fortune 500 companies, or CEOs, COOs, CFOs? They all have these big titles. A lot of them don't wear their real hair.
Right.
Not there's some that do. There's some that opt for maybe a shorter cut or something like that. But there's a lot of women that hit that level who don't wear their real hair. And do you think that's because they have to keep a polished look to fit the part? Because it's a good old boys club. Do you think that they're just like?
That has a lot to do with it. It may not be all over, and it may not be everywhere. But my personal opinion is yes. I think that has a lot to do with it. My opinion is yes.
Because they're in the boardroom, so they need to always. And I used to work with a lot of women, and I would meet a lot of women on like working, CEOs and stuff. And a lot of them had a lot of extra enhancement. Their hair wasn't out, and I just feel like maybe because that's what is acceptable for everyone else,
or is not acceptable.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing: do you know? I get a lot of compliments, and even before I used to wear my fro a little bit, a couple times before I actually got locked up. But whether it was a fro or my locks, and I see other women getting complimented by white men or other races of men, or how beautiful they are, or how beautiful their hair is. So I also feel like in some instances, not all, but some instances, it's they secretly love it or like it,
or they're fulfilling some fantasy, but whatever.
Yeah, but in the boardroom, at work, it's not acceptable. It's not okay. which is bullshit because now you are policing my hair and you are trying to keep me in a fucking box.
Yeah, I mean, when I had that incident happen with the lady telling me to tie my hair up, I actually worked that. I did that like I had just left a job to where I worked around nothing but corporate people, small business owners, and all of that. Never had one complaint about my hair. I worked at this one place. It was a part-time job, and I'm gonna tell you, Alvera, where I was, and you'd be like, the hell they policing your hair like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's unfair, it's unjust, and like I said, it's in some cases it's disrespectful. It's outdated, it's old school, and it's fucked up, and it needs to change.
I wish though that some of the younger girls or even some of the older women that have decided to, because there's a lot of older women that came from a whole different era that have been sucked into the weave era. A lot of them are now experiencing where they've lost a lot of hair.
Right.
And it's kind of like there's kind of no turning back. Like you kind of have no other choice. And I just feel like I said, I'm cool with the switch up. I just feel like so many women are going to that route to where they're shrinking themselves and they're shrinking their hair so much to where when they are ready to embrace their own hair, they don't fucking have any. And that is actually the sad part. Like when you see women actually, because there's a lot of women now that are like, you know what, I want to be me, I want to embrace who I am, and I don't want nobody policing my hair anymore. But you kind of now are stuck with having a certain kind of look because you don't have any hair.
Yeah. That was a very good and valid point. Very good and valid point.
Let's say.
And just one last thing on this whole note before we get to the fuck that formula of the week. There is a difference between kept and unkept.
Such a big difference.
And when we're saying stop policing our black hair, and everybody and all y'all hair ain't 4C hair. Everybody wanna
claim 4C.
Everybody's 4C. I got this 4C.
So first of all, hold up. Do you remember? No one even wanted to be 4C. There was a point in time where 4C was nappy.
Right.
No one even wanted to be 4C. Girl, she got that bad hair.
Yeah.
Now everyone like, shit, I'm a 4C. Girl, you are like a 2A. Get your ass up out of here and quit playing with me.
2A.
Girl,
it's wavy.
Get your ass up out of here.
Your hair is wavy. But do what you need to do. See a professional so you can know what your hair type is, so you can know what your hair texture is, so you can know what products work well on your hair and what products do not work well on your hair. Water is the ultimate moisturizer. Yes. Water is what hydrates your hair, not oils.
Not all that extra shit y'all glump in it. It's water.
Seek professional advice about what to do and how to care for your hair, whether you're wearing it out or whether you're wearing it up under a weave or a wig, because there are a lot of women who have beautiful, thoroughly cared for, healthy hair that they wear up under their wig. Kudos to you, because you're taking care of yourself, you take care of your hair and all of that. So we see y'all too. But there are those who do not detangle, who do not comb or brush from the root to the end and stimulate their scalp. That is unkept.
When you don't even comb your hair. That is, and I'm not talking about you putting it in a fro or putting it in a poof bun or just putting a headband on. That's not what I mean when I say unkept. Literally what she's saying.
Yeah.
Not combed at all.
Not combed.
That is unkept. I don't give a shit what state it's in.
Your hair should not smell like your
dirty ass scarf that you've been sleeping in. You know, that's like that sour bonnet scarf
it shouldn't smell like that. It shouldn't smell like a carpet. It shouldn't look like carpet. Listen, the thing is, no matter what texture your hair is, it's beautiful. It can be nourished. It can be properly cared for, and it can look as such. So when you go to a job or an interview, or if you're in corporate or like whatever the case may be in school, doing a presentation, whatever that. If you're going to wear your fro, make sure your fro is together.
That's
If you're
it.
going to wear your locks, even if they're free form, just make them look, just have that shit together. Like whatever you do, just have yourself
Yeah.
polished.
Yeah,
Like,
and when we say polish, because we're not, and I think because I don't want people to think that we're saying your freeform locks need to be, you need to tighten them up, and no, but you do need to look.
clean.
They just need to be clean. Your hair just needs to be clean. Like, and honestly, most of the time, if you are dressing decently and you're nice and you're clean and you're presentable, most of the time your hair
Falls
will
into
and
place.
falls into place anyways. Because most of the time, I know if I put some clothes on, I'm at least do something to my head.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't necessarily have to be a fresh twist or a fresh retight or whatever, but shit, at least clean it. Yeah.
You can't expect for anybody to not, even though it's fucked up and we say quit judging us, everybody judges to a
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah.
But you do your part. Do
Yeah.
your part, not for them, do your part for
For
you.
you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Overall,
But this one though, the actual manager, the owner, is it the owner or the manager? Telling her when we're
the
trying to
owner.
maintain a polished look at the salon. I can't even work at a place if that was what if my man, I don't even know how I would react to that because I don't know if I'm gonna cuss the bitch out.
Right.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to say.
Right.
Do I cuss her out or do I just, what do I?
So maybe once you finish your client, then you could just
I'm
let her
supposed to
know.
wait till after my client leaves.
I mean, I will wait
Oh,
till
because
my
I
client
check
leaves.
bitches right then and there.
Well,
So
I will
wait till
wait
after
until
she
my
leaves.
client leaves,
Okay.
and then just let them know. I myself, and if my client heard what you said, she may have been offended by your statement and what you chose to say. Oh, in what way? Because our hair, we take pride in our hair. You know, her hair, she came in to get her hair done. Her hair is in a healthy condition, and
See,
it
that's why
left
we're
in
opposite.
beautiful.
That's why we're opposite.
You
Cause
know,
see, you see that whole nice little professional, well, she may have been offended.
she may have been offended.
My,
I was offended by the way you approached me and the words that you chose to use.
so she can't walk up to me like, girl,
Commenting
what
to
the
me
fuck
about.
was that all about? Cause why would you say that bullshit? Like, that ain't what you supposed to say.
I mean,
Oh,
you know, to each his own. To each his own.
okay.
Some people may say that. And depending on if you fucking with the right person on the wrong day, you may get that. Like, what the fuck you mean by that shit, man? That shit wasn't cool. You know what I mean? I ultimately, like I said, I just feel like overall it's fucked up. We already have so much that as women and men too, but we already have so much that we're dealing with. So much um, on our shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing that we need to deal with is somebody judging or policing. I'm gonna roll with that.
Huh.
Judging or policing my hair or
Mm-hmm.
your hair. Um, let me worry about this. Let me do this because this is
Mm-hmm.
what I do. This is what I've been doing, and this is what I know how to do as far as is my hair, your hair. But those who don't know how to, by all means, please seek advice. It's okay. Seek advice. Seek professional help. You know.
Yeah.
Eh,
For me, I just want everyone to, I want other people to stop policing us and our hair, but I want us to stop policing us and our hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I want self, I want us as self to stop policing our own hair and shrinking ourselves. And I want other people in our community to stop judging us and policing our hair. Because we have enough bullshit out here with everyone else. The last thing I need is my own people
That's what
policing
I was trying
my
to say.
shit too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
That's what I was trying to
yeah.
say. We got enough going on out here. So,
Yeah.
damn. Embrace. I embrace your hair. Embrace your crown. These are antennas. These are how we connect. And even the ones who may have a fro and got one lock, let them be okay with that. That's how they get their frequency.
First of all, I want a damn ducktail. I want a lock ducktail. I need to grow one.
That would be dope as fuck.
Yeah, I just need to grow one. I'm gonna have to get some hair added right there.
You don't know what somebody's intentions are. You don't know why they're doing what they're doing or what they're, you know what I'm saying? So, don't get off that shit, man. Get off that shit. Now, as we move to the fuck that formula of the week. Stop policing black hair. Texturism, respectability, and salon shame. Fuck that good hair still exists formula. Every curl, kink, and coil is good. Respect starts at the shampoo bowl. It ends with unlearning salon shame.
Yep.
Straight like that.
That was good. That was good. Fuck that formula. Yeah, good hair still exists. And I mean good hair as in all hair is good hair. Yeah. As long as you know how to manage it, it's all good.
You make it bad.
Yeah. Y'all don't want to make that shit bad.
You make it bad.
Yeah.
Because
your hair only does what you allow it to do. It only responds how you
treat it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like everything else. Yeah. It's only gonna be how you treat it. We gotta go. My mic messing up.
Oh shit.
All right. I done touched it too much.
That's because you had a lot of shit to say.
Yeah, it's smoking.
Well, that was this week's episode. If you got something to say, you have any questions, or you want to grab an ebook, want to grab a course, or simply just want to hit us up, you can always reach us on Instagram or TikTok, or you can email us at talk@fthatformula.com. Until next time, we'll be back talking shit.
Holla.
Peace out.